这是为了路易莎。
I don't care if I get canceled or not. This is not about getting viewers or subscribers or anything. This is something I really pissed off. Do you idiots even think about when you mock somebody's death? You know what? From now on, I'm gonna call out every single developer who mocks or champion the death of Charlie Kirk, or anybody for that matter. Regardless whether you disagree with him or not, at the end of the day, he is a human being. You have to respect him. You do not celebrate his death. Are you this unhinged? You leftists, are you this unhinged?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, here we go again. The gaming industry cannot help itself to show exactly where they stand in terms of the psychosis that's affecting the entire industry right now and has been affecting it for many years. You know, what happened with Charlie Kirk, we've talked about this. I live streamed about it. I discussed it in length. But we are going to continue to cover the gaming industry as we always do. These people that are advocating and celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk are the ones that want you to be silent. They're the ones that don't want you to talk about what they're doing. They're the ones that want to be able to do everything that they're doing right now without any pushback whatsoever.
Also, they would like to call people grifters, even though they don't know what that means. And, oh yeah, stop fueling fuel for the culture war. Because I got one comment here. It says, from my Resident Evil 5 video, it says, journalists don't hate these games, utter nonsense. Stop trying to fuel the culture war. So let me get this straight. If journalists hated it, in this case, if journalists love it, why they say that Resident Evil 5 cannot be remade, it has to be rewritten?
They had the opportunity, they would turn you into a Charlie Kirk. They would absolutely take every chance they possibly can to turn you into a Charlie Kirk. So now we have another post here that is showcasing exactly how unhinged things are going. So we have Grum saying, Sucker Punch Senior Dev celebrates Charlie Kirk's death. Ghost of Yote is dead to me now. I mean, I feel like Ghost of Yote probably should have been like whatever at this point, but okay, I guess so. And then tag Sucker Punch Productions. Now, tagging Sucker Punch is not going to do much, and I'll explain in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything. To the people, and I do mean to all those fans who still love Sucker Punch or love the Ghost of Tsushima, tell me something. Are you still playing this? I don't blame you, but just remember one thing. Don't support people who, I don't know, mock somebody's death, okay? No, regardless whether it's a video game or not, this kind of thing can set a bad PR, okay? And I don't think Ghost of Yote, the moment it's gonna come out in less than a month, and it's not gonna do well, because this kind of thing, I guarantee you, the game will flop. Well, not exactly flop, it will at least have a bit of a sales, but then again, long term, it will not succeed.
But it's really not going to do anything because, quite frankly, these people like this stuff. Sucker Punch has been co-opted a long time ago. And if you look at the post that we're about to show you in a couple of seconds, showing just how many people from Sucker Punch have been liking unhinged political tweets over at Blue Sky and celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, I think you realize that Sucker Punch has been long gone for a while now. But anyway, so they end up showing this screenshot here.
I was about to try out Ghost of Tsushima, but then again, this kind of idiocy, I'm definitely checked out of Ghost of Tsushima and also the sequel, Ghost of Yote.
Called Drew over at Blue Sky, Drew whatever. It says Drew Imorin, personal account, the good old classic. We love this one, right? Views are mine. Yeah, views are mine. To try to basically give an excuse to be unhinged on social media and not have to rely on telling your company why you're unhinged. But okay, whatever. Anyway, views are mine. Senior staff character texture and look developer and annoying extrovert at Sucker Punch. XILM RNH profile picture LNA poly/ENM she and her Seattle. Now, again, all the typical things that you could possibly expect, right? They got pronouns on the bio, all kinds of sexualities, everything under the sun, you know, all kinds of identities imaginable.
That's right.
These are the people that, unfortunately, most of them are advocating for the death of Charlie Kirk. They are celebrating it. They're happy with it. And again, this is not me saying that. This is me just showcasing what they're saying, right? Like what they are actually advocating for and what they're celebrating.
I don't care if you disagree with him or not. Look, I may be disagreeing with Charlie Kirk in his stance like Israel-Palestine, but never I advocate for this, okay? What we do is simple. Yes, we disagree, have a good debate, friendly debate, and if things didn't go as well, things didn't go as planned, what we do is simple. Move on. That's it. I mean, don't do something like this. This is unhinged behavior.
All I can do is show you what they're saying. So in any case, she says the following. I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. Now, obviously, these people have a fetish for Luigi. Everybody knows the situation with Luigi. These people have a fetish with him, and they want to now apparently hope that this shooter goes by the name of Mario so that they can do this little stupid Super Mario joke and whatnot. And then they also reposted something from someone called John Walker, who says he died doing what he loved, being a transphobic, racist,
Yes.
bigot. Because of course, right, all these big buzzwords, they mean absolutely nothing. And you know what's beautiful? They don't realize that Charlie Kirk was taken out because he was reaching the youth, right? Again, I don't consume Charlie Kirk's content very often.
Me too.
I saw his shorts randomly every now and then because they were pretty much unavoidable, whether on TikTok, especially on TikTok, or even on YouTube. They were kind of unavoidable, so I saw them every now and then while doom scrolling. But aside from that, like his religious views and whatnot, I don't personally agree with. But again, doesn't mean I should want the fucking guy gone from the face of the earth.
Same
Now,
here,
again,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, the party that has all these heart emojis in their profile pictures, the parties that always talk about love is love and blah, 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 whatever, they are celebrating the death of someone who they ideologically disagreed with. What was his crime? Speaking different opinions. That was his crime. So with all that being said, Sucker Punch has been completely co-opted because if you look at this picture here, I'm going to show you really quick what exactly is going on. If you look from Legacy Killer HD, he says there's also seemingly a number of game developers liking the post. Absolutely vile. If you open this picture here, you're going to see a whole bunch of developers basically liking the post. Why do we know this? Well, because Blue Sky does not private likes like Twitter did. Twitter enabled private likes, but Blue Sky does not have that. So you have Lee Cash, who is a senior producer at the Coalition, Vino Father, Bad Runner, Arcane Pyramids, Renowned Coffee Smuggler, Space Elevator Operator. You have TDM, They, Them, AUDHD, JPUS, Sometimes I'm Funny, Kelly Snyder, senior producer over at Sucker Punch.
You know what? I'm gonna say it outright. This is going to push every single people. Doesn't matter whether you're a fan or not. It's going to push every single gamers, every single fan base away from the AAA. Doesn't matter. It is Sucker Punch, Bungie, Activision. The moment people do something like this, they're gonna fail outright. Doesn't matter how many sales they get. They're gonna fail outright. Can't you just give a peaceful debate? Oh wait, you cannot because your narrative cannot be challenged. You don't want that. That's the reason why.
Cosplay armorer, D&D picks, they/she rainbow flag emoji. So now we have a senior producer over at Sucker Punch liking this post. Why am I not surprised? But it gets worse. We got John Wood, who says, I make things. Sometimes they even work. You have a guy called Matt, says, character artist by trade, idiot by birth. Will interact with NSFW accounts. Well, that's good for you, I guess. You also got this person, Taylor Allison Swift's electric rifle. Says, all we are is skin and bones, trained to get along. 31, heart emoji. AUDHD, heart emoji. Queer, heart emoji. Indie gamer, heart emoji. Number One Maroon by Taylor Swift Stan, heart emoji. Socialist, heart emoji. Free Palestine. All this nonsense, bro.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, these people have more heart emojis than anybody in their profile pictures, and yet they're advocating for the death of someone because they ideologically disagree with them. That's the level that their love goes to.
To that person who used Free Palestine, get it out of your profile for fuck's sake. Because of you, you make people in Palestine look worse.
Effects associate producer over at Bungie says, I like movies, Legos, and ripping card packs. He, him. So now we got somebody over at Bungie who's an associate producer over there liking these posts. Interesting. SOF says, failed daughter. Programming. Himojoshi Magical Cat Girl. 31. She, her. Monogamous demisexual lesbian. Heart emoji. Love, live. Heart emoji. Love, live. Wow, that's amazing. If only we can actually, believe what we're saying. Heart emoji. Bandori. Heart emoji. Precure. Heart emoji. Revstar. Heart emoji. Umamusu. Heart emoji. And then you have Joey, who says, game designer, debatable, programs silly numbers to make games, controllers, and sometimes art. I swear I'm a funny person. Unapologetically bisexual. And then last but not least, from this screenshot, you have Zib, they, them, rainbow flag emoji, white flag emoji, all kinds of weird other emojis. Says from whatever, producer over at Magic the Gathering Arena, previously at Sucker Punch Productions, and Nightshade VN. Sometimes I do art. Okay, queer as fuck, opinions are my own. Oh.
You know what? Maybe I could increase a bit. I don't know, but we'll see. Because I titled this, Ghost of Yote is 300% cooked. Maybe I'll keep it that way. Look, you may disagree with me, but I know all of you agree with me that you do not mock somebody's death. Regardless whether you disagree with them or not, you do not And I do mean you do not disrespect or mock somebody, whether it's Charlie Kirk or anybody. At the end of the day, Charlie Kirk is a human being. You do not mock somebody's death. And it makes people like you, or in this case, it makes people in the LGBTQ community and many Palestinians feel hated.
Learn from this. We learn that Sucker Punch, as we all have known for a very long time, is completely co-opted. Now, everybody's obviously bringing up Ghost of Yote. At this point, I never tell people what to buy, right? And I never tell people what to spend their money on. I just don't, right? I try to give you the unapologetic review of whatever I'm playing at the time, whether it's good or bad. I don't talk about its wokeness. There's not a single review that I've ever wrote over on Steam that has ever mentioned politics or wokeness or anything like that. I just keep it about the game, whether it's good, bad, or ugly for whatever reasons, and that is it, right? I don't talk about ugly characters. I don't talk about none of that shit. However, this particular game, I gotta admit, I'm getting pretty close to wanting to call a boycott on, because simply put, the people over at Sucker Punch are just vile people. They really are. And you know what? I'll put it to you like this. I'm not even going to call a boycott. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not buying this shit. Plain and simple. I'm not buying this game, not even to review this game. I don't care how many people want me to review this game. I am not going to review Ghost of Yote, just simply put.
And same goes for me, folks. Same goes for me. And like I said, at first I wanted to try out Ghost of Tsushima, but then again, after this post, honestly, I could be apologetic when they put the PSN requirement, but now with this, oh no, I'm checked out. Now I'm not gonna say if you are going to buy this or not, but I need to ask you this. Watch this video, or in this case, watch the full video from Hypnotic or anybody that you think is a grifter. Think about it first. And again, these grifters, they didn't say something like, oh, don't buy it, okay? No, they give you honest feedback, honest opinion, pointing out the bad actors so that you can make your honest decision. And again, look, Sucker Punch is mocking someone who is dead. Regardless whether you disagree with him or not, never, ever mock somebody who is dead, okay? Just a side reminder, I have another video that's supposed to be coming out on, at the time of this upload, say, well, before noon, but I decided to postpone it to 5 or 4 p.m. This one's coming out first. So just a reminder, folks, from now on, I'm gonna call out every single developer who mocks, or in this case, celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk, and that's a lot of it. Bungie is one of them, aka Marathon. Oh, I swear, this kind of thing reaches Bungie or reaches Marathon, I don't think Marathon's gonna do well. Plain and simple. And I'm not gonna buy Ghost of Yote, okay? Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topics. Visit my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th channel up here, or link in the description.
这是为了路易莎。